gifted masterpiece, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't right.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions. Here's the kicker, Aldrich Rosas, ready to get us going. And we are underway from Ford Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Stafford. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Hey, give me radar. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Ready. 50, plant. Pilot, 64, weak. Get up.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
53, ready. Check nickel.
A first down carry here for Johnson. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the Giants' 36-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Being chased out left. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford, rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
36, line 26. You ain't doing nothing today. 59. Watch the hey, 70. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Hey, 50. Hey, Charlie.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simple to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and out. And now they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
Throwing Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Come on,
so after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk to the 45. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Ready?
Now Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line.
21 yards. First down, Giants.
Let's go now.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Watch the ship. On travel. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Back to throw. Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Check 24. Check 24.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now Jones, operating from the gun. And that is incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, you better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I can't believe they let you play.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's good. For the Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
$3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Lions 3, Giants 0.
250. Here we go. Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right.
From the 50, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Easy, easy.
Stafford. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 24. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
3rd and 2, Stafford. He took that in one-handed. What a grab. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
He's not going to get me. Check 3, check 3.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Set. 10-2 stop. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Shoot.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Romeo Okwara. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Box drop. 40's mine. 40's a mine. 40's a mine. You're a nightmare. You're a nightmare. Let's go.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking for Shepard deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now, they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you got to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
50-50. Get the snap. Get the 7. Hey. 57's the mic. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Throwing to Stafford. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Check the hot read. Easy, alert.
Play action. Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
When you spend your first-round pick on a pass rusher, you are absolutely counting on him to be an impact player. And there you go. Right away, he gets to the quarterback.
And guess what? Likely the first of many that we're going to see from that young man. Returning is Peppers. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The 41-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
2nd and 5. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
First down, New York.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Jones on 1st and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. It's caught, Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
32. Check safety, check safety.
To throw again. Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
36 to Mike. Cut.
Again, it's Stafford. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Jones hit and the ball's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here we go. I got it.
Jones now. A final shot before break. Finding room at the 30. And finally down at the 41-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Recon, 132 fighter. Get it.
Off the play fake. Jones is going to fire one deep. And that's caught inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Check, he's coming, Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Go. Shoot.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
From the gun, Jones. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And this is going to miss left. I don't think it even got there either. It's no good either way, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The drive starts with a run by White. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here comes Peppers. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch QB drop.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Ready.
2nd and 15. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
General West.
Switch it, come on, switch it.
Now Jones, operating from the gun. And this is Shepard on the catch. Touchdown, Giants! Sterling Shepard, 31 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. Look at him.
On 2nd and a couple, Stafford. Complete to Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
32. 57. Mike, 57.
Hey, high 7.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike.
Alert.
Now it's Stafford. Past the 20. Jones has it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And give him a gain of 37. Stafford. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
On second down, Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it.
Ready.
Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Hey, Haywood!
Squeeze! I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you! 40's Mike! 40's Mike!
Hey, orbit!
40's Mike! 40's Mike!
Here's Jones from the gun on third down. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Hey!
Ready?
Jones on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Ready?
They work again from the 38 on second and 10.
Watch the run!
Bang! 61. Matchbox lights. Hey, Delta. Let's go.
Jones now throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's the former Jet and now Giant, Damon Harrison, picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Third and 14.
The Giants on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards and a Giant first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Damon Harrison able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
It's second down.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Quit talking about it.
Looking to throw. Jones. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Let's get it.
The Giants on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go to Johnson again. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Hey, switch gears.
Stafford on third down. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. 23 yards on the play. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. First down, here's White. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. There's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. Stafford down. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Stafford down to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Stafford. He gets this one to Johnson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. To the air again, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the gun, here's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, it's Hunt. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
pace.
Let's go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a giant 1st down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Lions' 29-yard line.
Ready. 10-2 stop.
I hope he runs and runs, 'cause I'm about to take you through.
He's back to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Well, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel-downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Lions, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.